Sure, I've worked in schools.
Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talk. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen a snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? If I knew back then what I knew right now, I'd be on right now. I'm the nigga right now. I'm the nigga right now. Got your bitch right now. She said she want it right now. Getting litty right now. Wanna text me right now. Outside right now. Please do not get in my face. You know that I'm riding the whip. I just needed my space. I drink it straight with no chase. Love when you making that face. Living out a suitcase. Annie, are you okay? I fuck you good the long way. Watch how you talking to me. 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 Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six?
She's a keeper, legs like Serena. Strong like Xena, turn into a screamer. She's a dancer, money from Atlanta. She's a cancer, phone ring, no answer. I'm getting litty, mixed dirty with the fenna. My life a movie, I always got a camera. I'm at Cabana, she sucking my banana. Ooh, na-na. If we never met, I'm there right now. Put a bullet in my head right now.
Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Talking but you don't fight. About a new life. Even when I'm wrong, you know I'm still right. On another level, reach a new height. I used to hit the block just in all white. No, I can't bless you, but my gun might. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? What I know right now, what I know right now, if I knew right now, what I know right now, I be on 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 right now.
Well, I do one thing first. I totally forgot to put my sunscreen. And I'm a bad father for that. I hope he forgives me. I didn't mean it, my son. I'm so sorry, bro. Where's my son? He is not there. I don't see him moving. There he is. Can't forget my son, bro. Leave my son down there. Young Xiao Hei in the building. There we go. How y'all doing? Just listen first and we'll talk. Listen first. Just listen. Just listen. Okay, we'll get into it. We'll get into it. I honestly, I'll be honest, um Matsuina came to mind. I didn't think about Hero. But as much as I troll about Hero, he isn't one of my favorite mangaka. I don't like Rave Master. I fucking hate Rave Master. If Eden Zero's good, I'll consider him. I'll consider him if I like Eden Zero. I haven't gotten around to it yet. So I need more. I lack information. But greetings and salutations. Hope everybody is well, having themselves a mighty fine day. Like the video, subscribe, hit the bell, say hi to YouTube. This will be on YouTube later. And I just want to give a couple of preambles and some caveats before we hop in. You can probably read it on my screen, but listen. Um, this is all about favoritism. This has nothing to do with objectivity and being biased and unbiased and impartial. So this is just based on how it emotionally connects with me and how I personally think about these mangaka. Now, truth be told, I like five mangaka like that. That's why this list isn't that long. I think I have 14 on here because I did like 2 shoutouts and honorable mentions. So I guess that's 13. But no, okay, yeah, I have a secret pick, so you'll see. Said you're awake. What's up, brother? Um, so yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is like I didn't pick any creative team. So you know how I can't remember their names off the top of my head. Obata and Ohaba for like Death Note. One person wrote, one person drew. Creative teams I look at in a different light. So I didn't do anyone who solely writes or pretty much solely draws. So you won't see the artist for like Madaka Box here, and you're not gonna see Nisio Ishin, which you all know is already my favorite writer. Because he's a writer, he doesn't draw, he doesn't do art and literature. Okay? Two, generally speaking, if I'm like, oh, I really like this mangaka, I've read multiple of their works, not just one thing. However, if you see a mangaka here and I say that I only read one thing, it means I like their work that much, or I believe there's something that they do that I believe is special. And I think that's pretty much everything. And without further ado, we can hop right into it. So let me just make sure Discord did its thing. It did not. It did not do its thing. Let me just go into the void. Let me go to the shadow realm for a quick sec. I'm looking up some wild shit. Okay, boom. We back. We out the void. Cause I don't know where they at. And with that, we can start. This brother's this brother stream hit me with 3 ads, and Twitch is gonna take half of it, 55%. Okay, so my honorable mention, off rip. I don't want to go too far. Okay, it is Yokata Taguma. Are you guys familiar with who this is and what he's worked on? It's Chikano Toko that I've read, which I like a lot, and Oni Master Kurosawa. I needed the Japanese name before I got before I say it in English, and people are like, what are you reading?" This is kind of like I would say kind of an indie mangaka. I could be totally wrong about that. I don't know if he's industry or whatnot, but his artwork's a little bit rough. But he's the guy who did Molester Man and Masturbation Master Kurosawa. It's this artist and mangaka, artist and writer, and those are 2 of my favorite mangas that I've ever read. They're both in my top 30, so that's the reason why he's here. However, I don't think he's as polished as other artists and stuff like that. So I threw him in as an honorable mention instead of my actual number 10. But he's super dope. I don't know what he looks like. This was the best I can find. I actually don't know what a lot of these artists look like or mangaka look like, all things considered. So if I got a wrong picture and you notice, just correct me. I'll literally change it on stream. So let's go to number 10. Number 10 is my young boy Atsushi Okubo. He worked on Fire Force, Soul Eater Not, Soul Eater, things in that realm. And I've spoken about him not ad nauseum, but I've brought him up several times on stream. You said 3 ads? Damn. Well, with 3 ads. Mangaka are a rare species to see in the wild. It's all right. Most of them are secretive, yeah, and they have the little like avatars and whatnot. But I really think the way that Okubo illustrates is kind of second to none. The way that he can tell an entire story without having to use any words. And I noticed this in Soul Eater. We know Soul Eater had a kind of insanity theme of like trying to keep your sanity when you use certain moves and attacks. And you'll see Frankenstein looking crazy, and you'll see them like trying to soul resonate, and like they're trying to like not look like insane. And I'm like, those pictures tell 1,000 words. Without you having to kill me with a wall of text, here comes the obligatory Tagashi straight. He's not hitting me with a wall of text like Tagashi. I can see what the characters are feeling, what they're thinking with just his artistry, and I think he took that to a high level in Fire Force as well in a different way. And one thing with Fire Force that I found very very impressive with him is the words. I'm not trying to get hit with a text no me. I don't want that. But what the fuck was I gonna say? In Fire Force, what really impressed me with him was the way that he was able to come up with so many different ways to use fire, heat, and like smoke related abilities. Like everybody in Fire Force's ability is somehow tangentially related to like fire. And he had come up with like plasma and smoke and all kinds of really dope ways to utilize that. And I found it very impressive. So that's my number 10. Soul Eater not, and Fire Force are the works that I've read from him. So yeah. The most secretive SIU Roblox. He has a SIU has Slave Leader has a square ass face. Like his face is square as hell. So yeah, even freezing, I was like, how that work? I don't even know 10 mangakas. It'd be like that sometimes. So my number 9 is Naoki Urasawa. This probably shouldn't be a shocking one. He's kind of universally loved and people like him a lot, from Billy Bat to 20th Century Boys to what's the one with Johan again? What's that called? Monster. Monster was something I took a really big liking to. I have read a lot of his works, not all of them, but I'd say I'd read at least 70% of the stuff that he does, and I think he's decently versatile in terms of the different types of stories he can make, and that matters to me sometimes if I'm experiencing a mangaka and I'm going through multiple of your works and I just forgot about one. But I know that, oh, it's a creative team. I'm safe. It's a creative team. I'm safe. Oh my god, I was gonna kill myself for this. But yeah, I'm lazy at doing research of people that are behind certain creations. That's so interesting to me because I think I'm the complete opposite. There's times, when did I realize this? When did Kubo and the Two Strings come out? Hold on. I'm going back in the shadow realm. I've been looking at I'm not gonna lie, I've been looking at Wild Chick. Give me a second. I'm in the void. When did Kubo and the Two Strings come out? 2016? Kubo and yeah, 2016 film. It's about around this time that I truly noticed that I like behind the scenes stuff. This is the film or movie or whatever. It was a stop motion animation and stuff, and I actually thought the behind the scenes and the making of was far more interesting than the actual like movie itself. Fantastic film. Leica Studios has made a lot of great films that I thoroughly enjoy, not just Kubo and the Two Strings. However, yeah, but for me, it's a combination of both. But I'm a researcher by heart. I'm a person that likes to be as informed as humanly possible before I start talking and making statements and acting all hoity-toity, high and mighty. The reason why I'm so condescending is because I know shit that people don't. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Um, not gonna lie, I don't know any mangaka names or faces. I just read a vibe about faces. I can say I didn't know. A lot of these people I haven't I looked at for the first time. So that's fair. Urasawa God Tier Mystery Merchant, absolutely. His mysteries are really good. I thoroughly enjoy them. I'm definitely gonna start doing it more. That's good. I've just read a lot of manga. I remember the big industry names. Unless you're an actor in live action, I don't know who you are. And even I actually would argue I'm worse with that. With like celebrities, influencers, actors, and people in the mainstream, I don't know who. You know what? Who's that? Who's that singer that made some song? Olivia something. I had no idea who that was until like 3 minutes ago. Like, who is this? Who are these people? But yeah, Urasawa's God tier, man. God tier mystery, and I think he's decently versatile. Now, this is one of the ones where you can say I've technically read two stories from her, but they're a part of the same narrative. I could not find a real picture for her, so this is the best I can do, and that is Shinobu Otaka, who made Maggie or Magi. I don't know how you guys like to pronounce it. I don't know if you say Magi, but the Labyrinth of Magic. And I'm a huge fan of this series. It's one of my favorites, and I've been collecting them very slowly. I'm a huge fan of this series, and a lot of my favorite moments and a lot of characters that I really like Sinbad, are from this series. Now I've also read Sinbad no Boken, which is also known as The Adventures of Sinbad. So I kind of got two in there. I haven't read more than 6 chapters of Orient yet. I don't dislike what I saw, but I can't say I was salivating to keep reading. So I'll get back into it. But I love the art style. Art style's really good. Fights are awesome. I thought the concept with how she took the 1,000 days and 1,000 Arabian Nights story and put her Japanese spin on it was something I thoroughly enjoyed experiencing. That's the main reason why I wanted to read this. I'm like, wait a minute, Japan is doing like an Arabian Nights thing. Like, hold on, let me see how this works with jinns or genies and stuff like that. And I thought she knocked it out the park. I actually think this manga is really good. Like some people don't like the Solomon arc or the arc where they going back in time, but it's one of those like flashback and backstory arcs where I'm like, this is fucking incredible, dude. Like I'm here for all of this, so it's great. It's great. Even with actors, unless you in a lot of series that I watched, I probably won't know who you are. She was spitting when she made Maggie. She got a series out right now. Yeah, Orient. Yeah. Have you seen the JJK leaks? I'm aware of what's happening with Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm totally aware. I have been enjoying it. It's like sh- how do you fucking say this? I can't speak German. I think it's Schadenfreude. It's like the enjoyment of other people's pain, and I see them like, oh, Chat GGT GGT. Oh, he's Tabata in a furry suit. Who is this fraud? Where's the person who wrote Shibuya? And I'm like, oh, y'all turning on him? I love a downfall arc. I'm a hater. I'm here for this. So yeah, I saw it. I liked Orient. Only reason I fell off was because the release was so wonky. That's fair. I didn't I gotta keep reading it. But yeah, she's extremely talented. And I hope to see more works. But also, she be drawn them Yiddy. Paimon, Jin Yiddy. I was moved tremendously. But Maggie, Labyrinth of Magic is one of my favorite things. So yeah, I've been on and off educate for like a year. But now I'm done. I haven't been reading it. I just know what happens because everyone on my TL talks about it. Do you guys know who Kazuto Okada is, or do I have to explain him? I think this is the picture I found on like uh what's it called again? Not Annie List, my anime list. This was the best I can do. Okay, you guys know that Ibitsu and Sundome are one of my favorite series. Did I ever tell you guys when I went through that weird phase where I kept reading stories where there was a lot of sexual perversion, but the woman was the one that was leading it and kind of goading the guy on, and there's like weird stuff happening. It's that guy. Sundome is one of my favorite all time manga in the world. Ibitsu is also in my top 30. So those two series that he went, and he has a recent one called Pantsu. I'm not finished yet. I think I read recently that it had finished a while ago. I think it's about 70 something chapters. I'm about 50 in and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. So with him, it's one of those things that for the three things that I've read, I've liked all of it, even though he kind of keeps a similar theme and trend going on in all of them. Like, he's a hentai old man, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm not even a JJK fan. I just feel their pain because I was an Attack on Titan fan. Damn. I get that. Sometimes the end of a series just betrays you like that. I was never a big Attack on Titan guy though. I don't. It just doesn't move me like that. Like honestly, after like the Beast Titan stuff, originally on like what's it Paradise? Well, Paradise, the island they're exiled to. I just stopped caring altogether. So yeah, I don't know who anybody is. It's okay. I'll do my best to explain. But let me actually maybe show you guys a picture of Ibitsu or Sandome. I forgot to unlock Sandome. I hope it wasn't anything crazy. I hope y'all didn't see nothing crazy. I've been looking at some wild stuff, bro. That's not what I'm looking for. This is Sandome. Um, I guess I'll take my camera off for a second. That's Sandome. I think you might recognize the art style based on my manga list that I've done before. And Ibitsu, same thing. Super dope, man. That's just one of my Alta favorites. Uh, I remember his art. Yep. I was a Seven Deadly Sins fan, so I feel their pain. So was I. So was I. But that didn't hurt me that much. But I was a Seven Deadly Sins fan. I mean, is there a group of fans that go through something that I actually somewhat, as much as I like don't respect Pokemon fans at all. I don't respect y'all. I don't. I think you guys are literally out of any fan base that ever exists in the world, and I deal with One Piece fans. They're stupid as hell. I can't stand Pokemon fans, but I understand somewhat the frustration of like a major company that you're following not putting out quality things. Because I went through that with with Paper Mario. The thing about me is I grew up, I moved on, and then I had some indie studios that started making some gas like Bug Fables, Born of Bread, Sea of Stars, Seahorse Saga coming, and a Paperverse, right? So I'm good. But people with Pokemon, I'm like, just play Koromon. Koromon is the best monster tamer game I've played in the last decade. Play Nexamon, Nexamon Extinction, Power World coming out. We got the Yap, the Machine. Play Kindred Face coming out. Play that. Temtem is a better game. I don't know. I don't know why y'all so attached to the IP, but that's just me. So I kind of get it to some degree. But yeah. And by the way, there's no good Pokemon game. They're all bad. There's not a single good one. After Mystery of the Basement revealed, I stopped. Fair enough. According to people I know with functioning brain, UTK is doing work right now. Uh, I my understanding is they're reacting to spoilers anyways. It's not even the actual chapter. I don't take spoiler reactions too seriously. I'm literally here for the disorder and chaos. I just want to laugh at them. I just want to point and laugh. I'm just a hater. That's all. That's all it is, man. Pokemon fans are sheep. Yep, it's only hype beasts and character stands that are mad. It was a good chapter. I'm still hurt, but it was solid. Okay, that's fair. But yeah, that's Okada. You guys should know Hiroaki Samura. You should know this one. Y'all know who this is, right? Not by face, by name. Hiroaki Samura. Do I need to pull out the works? Do I need to pull out the works? Blade of the Immortal. Blade of the Immortal. Daiwell Geller Begaruda. That mangaka. He's absolutely god tier to me. He has one work. I just think I'm like, what the fuck was it? What were you on? What were you doing? It was just like honestly, constant brutal. I think I'm thinking the right thing. It's called something of. It was this weird thing with like there's like a village and they would like take a girl, cart her off to this jail cell where there was nothing but male inmates. And I'm pretty sure with where I'm going with this, you could think about what happens next. That's the whole manga. That was not fucking it. But other than that, I think Blade of the Immortal I think is absolutely fantastic, and I think Dialogue Gelder is absolutely fantastic. Um, I can take. I guess I can just go through his works. Give me a second though. Have you read Dead Tune? You mean Dead Tube? If you mean Dead Tube, yes. Dead Tune? No. It starts off good, but after 70 so chapters it fell into nonsense. I could feel it. Defo laughing at the Bodega Kakashi getting folded. Is he Bodega Kakashi? Kakashi's like he's a he's a race stealer. He's stealing he's stealing techniques from other people, race with the Sharingan. At least Gojo's powers and eye shit is his own shit, you know? Okay, let me pull up his bibliography, see what I can do here. I'm in the void. I'm sorry, y'all. You know what? I should just put a background. Give me a second, so I'm not just in the void. But let me pull up his works. Okay. Oh, I'm safe now. Is this the one I was thinking of? No, that's not it. Maybe. Oh, yes, it was Brad Hurley. No, no Basha. This is the one I was talking about, where like they just cart these girls off, and it's just not it. This one I didn't like. Um, yeah. So Beta the Immortal. I actually have read what's the English name? Radio something. What's this called again? Something radio, whatever. Or Wave. Listen to me. I read this too. I like this. I've liked this. What I've read of this. Um. Yeah. Big Garuda Dialogue Elder right here, as you can see. What the fuck is this? Oh. Yeah. He does good work. But I do think that his strengths are sex, violence, and women. I've said this ad nauseum. I have a video out on my channel right now, my various recommendations where you can see me talk about it. That's kind of his skill set, but I think when it leads into it, it's awesome. It's awesome. I just call him that because he got white hair and a mask. I don't give a fuck if it's accurate. Oh, fine. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Gojo was a bozo. I don't. He was one of the characters I like the most by default because I don't like the cast of Jujutsu Kaisen. I liked like three people, then they all died, and I'm like, what do you guys want me to do? I'm a character guy. I have no reason to stay here. Nanamine is dead. That was my self insert. Him and Toto were my self insert. Toto can't boogie then switch anymore. That's not moving me. I'm not interested. Um, Toji died in a flashback. It is what it is. That's fine. I never cared for the main trio, but Nobra was my favorite out of all of them. I don't remember what happened. I don't remember if Yuki like died or anything. I don't care about Yuta. I don't care about Hikari. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Mojito. Mojito's gone too. So like, I don't. I'm out, bro. I'm out. I don't give a damn. Okay, my two shout outs right here, right now, will be Akira Amano because I think she's a fantastic artist. Absolutely elite with the brush. I love her artwork. And that extends beyond just Katekyoshi Hitman Reborn. That's LD Live, L Dive, however you're supposed to say that, which I've read. Really, I actually kind of enjoy it. I do think it's a weird sci-fi reborn in some way. She rehashed a lot of the same stuff, which didn't move me. I read her hockey one shot. I forgot what it was called, slap shot or something. That was pretty solid, all things considered. I actually wanted her to continue that, but interestingly enough, Satoru Noda, who's right beside her, who did Golden Kamui, he has a hockey manga he's going to be revisiting soon. So I'm going to be reading that because I've always wanted a good hockey manga. I'm very excited for this, so I want to see that flourish and happen. She also did the character designs for Psychopaths. So for Makishima Shoujo and all those guys, she was the character designer. Like I think the way that she has those niggas like Suna dripped out. Hold on. Dripped out, Vongula ring, looking cold. Zanjis over here, all black, leathered up with the coat, got the X gun, like clean artist. Satoru Noda made a series that jumped into like my top 20 pretty quickly, which is rare for me. I'm not a person who suffers from recency bias. And I actually probably suffer from the opposite. Like, I don't say nostalgia, but things that have been in my good grace for years, you have to really be something to push it down. And Golden Camry became one of my favorite things. Really fast, really quick, and he's so unhinged. He's so unhinged, and I love him. I liked everyone you like plus Megumi. All the characters are dead gone. I feel you. It just I have no reason to be there. So yeah. No, she's the character designer. I believe Psychopass was written by Gen Udabochi, but let me make sure that's the case. Let me just make sure. I'm in the void. Sorry, y'all. Psycho. So she did the character designs and whatnot, but I think Gen Udabuchi wrote this. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. Yeah. The writers were Ken Udabuchi, and I think for later on for a season he didn't work. I think if I did Ken do the movie and the first season, and then Makoto Fukami, they're the writers. They're the writers. So then there's different directors and producers and stuff like that. But no, Psychopass. I don't know who the creative team who conceptualized it, but she definitely did the artwork. I want to give you guys like a chance to guess. I want you to think about one of the manga I love the most. Look how he stands up and think about what it is he possibly could have drawn. Just I want you guys to guess first. Just humor me for a second. No. No, Psychopass is not. Well, Psychopass has a manga, but Psychopass is an anime. Akira Amano is the writer and artist of Katekyo Hitman Reborn, that one shot hockey thing, and LD Live. But for the anime of Psychopass, she was the one who designed the characters to make the outlines, how to look, whatever, and then the animators would come and do their thing. Um, Primacy bias is the opposite of recency bias. Thank you. Oh, I didn't know there was a term for that. Thank you for that. Oh, whoo! New thing in my lexicon jargon. Y'all not guessing? Y'all give up? You don't see how he stands up? He don't look like a delinquent to you? He'll look kind of like he on his Yankeeism. This is the fucking mangaka of crows, bro. Crows, nigga. Come on. Crows, baby. Worst. Sono no crows. Wait. Wait. Crows aftermath. What is one of the crows aftermath? Psycho no crows is the last crows. Crows zero. That's him, baby. In the flesh. That's my guy. The creator of Boya Harumichi. My favorite manga main character of all time. That's my boy. Look how he stands up. Bonjour, mon coeur. You see how he stands up? You know he ready to fight. I actually don't know if he has hands. It'd be hilarious if he could fold niggas. But yeah, crows, lady crows and all that. That's him. That's him. The pants that he's wearing or my pants. But yeah, that's my guy, man. So That's my fifth favorite mangaka. This one shouldn't be shocking. I think most people have him on their list as favorite mangaka. This is Inio. Take two. Inio Sano. You said both? Oh, you want my pants too? Well, you got a pair. um, yeah. He is the guy who made Downfall. He's the one who made Girl by the Shore. He made Solonin. Let me pull some out. Pull some out. Solonin, Girl by the Shore. This is him. One of my favorites. Absolute god tier. Then you also got Solonin. Boom. But how could I forget Oyasumi Pun Pun? That's everyone's favorite. That's not my favorite work from him personally. I think I have it at 3, but Oyasumi Pun Pun. I should have started with that. I'm sorry. I went straight to me. I should have started with something y'all would have probably knew immediately. hmm But yeah, that's my guy. I think Downfall is his worst work. His worst work. Everything else he's done, elite. Absolutely god tier. All right. Let's move to numero 3. You could probably see him peeking out a little bit. I have a golden soul, but sometimes you gotta rock with the silver soul, the odd jobs, Yodozuwa, Zura Janai, Katsura Da. Come on, baby. Sodachi, he's him. He's him. I know it's one work plus a little, a little extra. I think he did like what did he do in Ultra Jump or whatever jump? But yeah, Gintama, baby. Gintama since starting to like really read it has literally never left my top 5. Just off that text. That is one of the greatest manga I've ever experienced, and the anime is just as fantastic. Now, I have a preference for the manga just because, in my opinion, as well as the anime, the seiyus and the voice actors do in the anime, because I read very fast. The jokes are snappier when it's a very long-winded joke, like jugum jugum poop poop blah blah yada 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 whatever. It hits me quicker than having to wait for the voice actor and subtitles to kind of keep up with how fast they're trying to say something. That's actually the only reason. But the anime, I think this is one of those things. The anime is a fantastic experience, and so was the manga. I did both. I haven't seen every single episode. There came a point where I was just too busy, so I just watched the arcs and the scenes and episodes I wanted to see for the most. But for like the first like 400 or so or 300 or so and change, I definitely watched every episode. And it was the sandpaper one that got me into it. When they had no toilet paper and they're trying to figure out how to wipe their ass and they use sandpaper and their ass was bleeding. Sriracha's so into his, bro. He's so fucking funny, dog. Shogun just stretching out that man's, what do they call it? The little fucking Japanese fudoshi thing or whatever. But yeah, Hito Hikaraki, bro. I'm here. Oh, that's crazy. Uh, he, did I say Araki earlier? Srirachi. I'm sorry. I don't know if I said that earlier. Well, let's go to one that I think will be a little surprising if you don't know me very, very, very well, or you're not literally constantly here all the time. Rumiko Takahashi is absolutely one of my is on my Mount Rushmore of mangaka. This is my manga origins. This is where I started. The very first manga that I collected every volume of was Ranma One Half. The one with Lum, uh, Yatsuda, whatever, absolutely fantastic. Maison Ikoku, another classic. I think the only she has that Mermaid Saga and she has that One Punch Gospel that was good too. Shout out to Lum though. But the one work her recent one, the Rene Reincarnation, whatever. I have not gotten far in it. I have to actually come back and really go. Yeah, she made Inuyasha as well. I keep forgetting to start with the obvious one. I'm sorry, Inuyasha. Inuyasha is actually like I think is her worst work, all things considered. I think it's the one she usually gets the most. Actually, I don't know. Inuyasha might be the most popular one for the normies, but the one with Lum, you see the alien right here in the bottom left. This I might say might be her like classic, most iconic series, but for me, Ranma has my heart. Inuyasha felt like was enjoyable. Inuyasha has Shishomaru, so she'll always have that. Because Shishomaru is him. That's my nigga. It's my boy. That's my boy. So yeah, I love her, man. I would not love manga the way that I do today if it wasn't for her. And she's never really left my top 5 favorite mangaka of all time. Can I get a drum roll for number one? A fake drum roll? Can I get a drum roll? I'm gonna do it myself. Hold on. And number one, which is not surprising to anybody, and then we're going to address the elephant in the room. Yes, sir. Georgia! 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 I mean, I have a video on YouTube where I talked about this. If y'all missed it and didn't look at it, that's on you. This is common knowledge now. I said when Jojo Leon was going, if Araki keeps going strong for one more year, I have to give him my number one spot of favorite mangaka, and he got it. And Jojo Lands has been moving me. I love JoJo, and the more I revisit it, the more I talk about JoJo, the more that I fucking love it. He said, "No." So he said, "Wait, what? Nani?" Right? I know. There's a controversial thing, but yes, you confuse favorite series with author. No. Yeah. Oh, you're thinking of Nisio Ishin. Yeah, I started off with my caveats. No writers only. I'm gonna get a. I think I. This won't be for this month, but I want to do a creative team one where like you take a writer and an artist, and maybe do a writer one. So you'll see Nisio Ishin at the top. But I have a tremendous amount of respect for this man, and I would argue I started to look at JoJo through a different lens, from a different perspective, when I read Manga Theory and Practice, and I got to see how his mind worked and how his mind ticked. And I'm like, this dude is different. He his character, his process, I love it. It's so backwards to me. Like I could not write the way he does. He goes to these individual places and does the research himself in Egypt, talking about the knew it fly. Like, nigga, why do you have so much random information about this common house fly in Egypt? You know what I'm saying? He does that. I think he has one of the most iconic and distinct art styles that is easily recognizable. Doesn't matter if he's drawing Naruto, Ichigo, One Piece, drawing Luffy. You know he drew it. He has one of those super identifiable art styles, and I think that matters because it separates you from everyone else. Where you can be like, oh, Araki drew this. Oh, whoever drew this tried to emulate Araki's style, the poses, the flair, the fabulous midriff. Stando Dio, my president, funny Valentine. Like I can go on forever. But if you want to see me in depth, I have a video called my favorite mangaka, and it's Araki. But Araki's special, man. He's a gem. He's been doing this for a long time, and I think something that I noticed with his work, and this is something that I just kind of instinctually think that I can feel. S- Do you ever read something or play a series or something or watch a series and be like, the creator has lost their love for this? I don't think Araki has ever lost his passion for what he does. I think slightly by nature, by separating the parts, being with different cast members, changing the power system a little bit, and it being in different parts of the world, it gives him a refresher or a little bit of a reset every time he gets to a new part. And then, yeah, yo, that's my boy, bro. That's my guy. I have to, I have to give it up to him. I don't think he's gonna move from this spot for a very long time. I really don't. Because I've even read Bao, his like original work, Bao. I liked it, and I liked all 9 parts. Part 5, Vento Aguerdo, being my least favorite. Let's address the elephant in the room. So right now, I'm on my Yami gimmick. I got the 10, but I've been angry, as Simi would say. I've been angry. I've been filled with ira, wrath, rage. I've been eating, sucking up spiritual pressure, and all of a sudden, the 1 went away, and here comes a 0. Let's talk about Ichiro Oda and why I currently don't have him ranked here. And plainly put, I'm very conflicted right now, and that's the problem. I don't know how I feel about Oda currently because he has not been in my good graces for 4 years. However long Wano was, I don't know. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. He's had moments, stretches, and chapters, and little things here and there. But I currently don't know how to feel about him. One Piece is still my favorite manga. Yes, I know, and I know it keeps coming down to earth, closer to my second favorite thing ever. But it's still my favorite manga. I love his art style. It's distinct, but I think he used to draw better pre-time skip than he does right now. I do. Granted, I still love his art style, his artistry, artwork. I love the story of One Piece. I love so many of these characters. Crocodile is my boy. I sleep with him every night. You see him right here, baby. But it's just the fanboyism and me just believing in Oda and just loving and slurping everything he does. Those days are just gone. And the first time I had to take a real good look at Oda was Dressrosa. Dressrosa was the arc that broke the mirage for me, where I'm like, he's not hooping. He's not putting up numbers, bro. I'm not impressed. This is crazy. To the point I took my first ever One Piece hiatus during the Dressrosa arc. I was not enjoying that shit week to week. And even as a bulk read, while I don't necessarily think it's a terrible arc, I think it's the second worst arc in One Piece after Wano. And Wano, I think, is the worst arc in One Piece. I don't know if I think Wano is bad yet. I have it about a 6, which is like slightly above average, but it didn't move me. And right now, yes, I'm currently invested in the story because Kizaru, one of my favorite characters and favorite Marines, is on the move and on the hunt. I get that. But I'm very conflicted right now. I don't know how I feel about Oda. I have to, if he can give me a 2 year stretch, even a year stretch and some change of just hitters and hitters with very few misses. He shoots like 60% from the field. He'll be back in my good graces, and he'd be back at around number 3 or 4 where he was previously. Yes, for a long time I've had like Araki and Rumiko Takahashi and them kind of interchanging, intermingling, and from 1 to 3. But he'd probably be 3 right now if I didn't have the reservations that I had. So yeah, you're not hoping. Yeah, that's 4 years. That's a long ass time. Let the hate flow through you. Let it out. So it's just, yeah, man. I don't know about this older guy. I hope he's not cooked, and I hope he can keep delivering the goods. But that's my list for the time being. I can't say there's a million mangaka I love off like that. I'd be interested in doing like just a people who just kind of made some of my favorite things and talk about Brian and what's the other guy's name for Avatar: The Last Airbender. But yeah, so we'll just kind of go through it again. So my honorable mention was Yokata Takuma, who did Chikana Toko and Oni Master Kurosawa. Number 10 was Atsushi Okubo, Soul Leader, Soul Leader Not. There we go. Dia Martino, thank you. He did Soul Leader Not, Fire Force. Naoki Urasawa, he did a lot of stuff from Billy Bat to Monster to 20th Century Boys, all of that. Like, I could keep going. He's got a lot of works. You got Shinobu Otaka, Orient, Sinbad of Maggie, Sinbad's Adventures, or Sinbad no Boken, and Maggie the Labyrinth of Magic. 7 is Kazuto Okata, Ibitsu, Pantsu, Sandome. Then we have Hiroaki Samura, Blade of the Immortal, Wave, Listen to Me, whatever it was called, Daiwa Gelder, Bay Garuda, all of that. So yeah, that's my boy. I had a shout for Tanoda. That's Golden Kamui, and obviously Akira Amano for um Reborn, and just being a talented artist for the fact that she did the psychopath character designs and everything. Then you got my delinquent, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Crows, Worst, Sono no Crows, Crows Aftermath, Psycho no Crows, Crows Gaiden, Worst, Crows Zero. That's my guy, that's my boy. Yes, sir. Read Maggie again. I feel it. I feel it. Inio Sano, can't go wrong with him. I think Downfalls is only miss. Oyasumi Punpun is not my favorite work from him. It is third for me, but he's out here. Shout out to him. He has a good body of work. Hideaki Sorachi, it's Gintama. I don't even need to explain that. You know what's great. You know what's go. Rumiko Takahashi. I gotta pay respect to my beginnings, baby. Pay respect to my beginnings, and then my king, my goat, my daddy, huh? Um, Hirohiko Araki, man. That's the guy. That's the boy. That's the boy, bro. And then number 0, obviously down here we have Oda, who I'm not entirely sure what to do with for the time being. So yeah, what do you guys think though? Like, judge me harshly, judge my taste very harshly. What do you guys think? Mid, decent, it's okay. I don't know any of these niggas. What are y'all thinking? Did it move y'all? Let me just see one thing. Solid list. I'll take it. Bangers, yes sir. I'll take it. Yeah, man. I the the one person that I actually struggled with, oddly enough, was you know who I wanted to put on this list. Like I tried to put him on this list. Can you? I want you to guess for a little bit. A little bit. Hidden gems. Yeah, you guys know me. I'm anti-establishment and I'm independent. Yeah. Here's your clue. That was your clue. If you're watching the screen, no, not Kubo. He shares one of the yes Toriyama. I wanted to put Toriyama here. I did. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Akira Toriyama. I do. And I still don't think there's really a shonen mangaka who can craft a fight quite the way that he can. Some people do different things that took their own routes, but with the traditional kind of just punch a nigga style, he might be the GOAT, in my opinion. He really might. I'm talking mostly specifically shonen and stuff. So yeah, I tried to get him on here. If I like made it top 20, he would have been there. But I tried though. I tried to. But I will say this: if someone was like, "Oh, can you make a impartial, unbiased, objective top 10?" He'd be there. He would be. He would be. Might want to give Matsu another chance. His new series is getting picked up by another scan group. I gotta really like read that because really I peeped that one with the girl with the little Jotaro hat I think she had on and History's Strongest Disciple Kenichi. That's pretty much the extent of what I know. But he be drawing them girls fire thick. So I need that. I have a very similar list. I have Miria where you have the Crows guy and maybe two other switches because I haven't read Crows. Yeah, I I I I I suspect when I post this, more people are gonna ask where he's at. But you guys know me. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Miria. Rest in peace to a legend. Rest in power. Rest in paradise. But Berserk's not my series. I don't think it's bad. If I'm looking at it impartially, objectively, all that stuff, I think it's a very well series, very well drawn, very well written. Shao Guts, Shao Griffith. Casca's my girl, but it doesn't move me like that. It's not my series. Dark fantasies are for other people. For other people. Um, and yeah. So yeah, that's why I said it's new. It's been out for years, but no one translating. Okay, all right, I bet I feel it. When you make a list about webtoon artists, put one of the 3 SIUs there, but not the other two. All right, I got you. We gotta we gotta play around with it. We gotta put one of the 3 lords, the one who's currently active, for sure, for sure. I'm a little I'm excited to share my weapons list. I'm excited to share that. I'll probably do that tomorrow. I haven't decided which one I want to do tomorrow yet. I'm thinking of doing comics, manga, and anime just back to back to back to back because they're all 30 and they'll all be a lot longer. So I might do them that way. So it'll be the 28th, 29th, and 30th of September. I'm gonna end the month with it, and then waifu list I'll probably do on the weekend. If not tomorrow, we'll see which one I decide to do first. But that's my list, boys and girls, ladies and gents. What did the girls say in Wave Tale? Gents and gals and non-binary pals. Weapons in anime and manga. No, I did different. This one is all fiction. I can't limit myself to anime for that one. As a matter of fact, you'll find often not if you open up my toolbox to beyond anime, you probably won't see that much anime. I tend to lean towards like some video game stuff and comic book stuff a little bit more, but I did my best to keep it as balanced as I could. Just know There's a certain sword you gonna see, and don't argue about me. It's the greatest blade of all time, bro. It's the greatest. Shing. I can't wait, blood. Can't wait to show y'all. Yeah, it should be fun. We're gonna have a good time with that one. Griever might be with me. He made some lists. My waifu list, by the way, I decided not to keep it anime and manga only because with that, I actually couldn't come up with 30. I peaked at like anywhere from 12 to 14, and I'm like, I could put characters here that I think look good and I like, but like they're not my waifu characters. You know what I'm saying? So I actually threw games, comics, and other stuff in there. So stay tuned for that too. So those lists are I'm a little bit more free to do what I want to do with them. You say a master sword or the sword that seals the darkness, the blade of evil's bane? It could be. It could not be. Just don't argue with me. I it is objectively correct. Is there a certain blade used to open doors on a list? Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a certain blade that might maybe break into a bunch of pieces and can reform, and is used by a guy who used to take lives and now cuts hair. I don't know. Could be on the list. Could not be on the list. I got some guns, some glaives, some shields, some very interesting stuff that I don't even know how to describe. I don't know weapons like that, but I'm very excited to share that with y'all. Should be good. I have 30 on it too, so I actually did 30 for that one. Oh, I don't know. I don't even know what that. I don't even know what Mook's talking about. I never heard of that. I never even heard of what that is. I don't know what that is. But you know what I'm saying? I will. I will admit, yes. I won't tell you which weapons there, but yes. As much as as much as well, I fuck with Monty As much as I don't fuck with Ruby and stuff anymore. Yes. One thing you got to give that show them gun scythe weapon shit. That shit gas, bro. That shit's gas. You got to give them credit where credit is due. But Ruby fell the fuck off after the third season. I didn't hate season 4, but I knew we weren't going in the right direction. So it was just pain, suffering, agony, even. You know what I'm saying? Is this burger gonna go do his thing? I don't know where I'm gonna be in 10 years. Yeah. Hopefully with the people who love me. Sorry, I'm texting. I'm being unprofessional. You going leave? The music one I'll probably do in October. I have to think about music because I don't think about music like that often. So yeah, I gotta think about it for music. I'm thinking, yeah, the arcs list I have about 46 arcs or so written down. I have to order it. I know my top five or like top six, but I have to order the like 30 to 20 and stuff. That's what I'm kind of struggling with right now with my arcs list. But for arcs, I did keep it anime and manga, so it shouldn't be too bad. But there is actually one series, and you might be looking at a picture of it right now that has the most arcs on the list. I can't deny the pre-time skip gas, bro. In his bag. So yeah, is it figures? Yeah, 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 yeah. I gotta have them there. You all know my favorite arc, but there's some that I think will throw you off for a loop because you may have not known. Pre-time skip was hitting different, man. I know, brother. The more the more I revisit it, the more I feel like nostalgic about it and for it. Where I'm like, first of all, number one needs to be on screen. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a damn shame. But what can you really do? What can you do? What's this guy doing, bro? Well, he's got 7 minutes. He's got 7 minutes. He said I couldn't find your Iraqi video. What playlist is it in? Did I put it in the playlist? Let me just find it for you. I got you. Oh, you know what? Let me just do it on my computer. Probably easier this way. Allow me to go into the shadow realm for a quick sec. YouTuberino. Uh, come back. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I'll do it on my channel. not put it in a playlist? Did I not put it? I should. No, I don't. I don't know if I have a playlist for stuff like that. I don't know where I'm gonna be in 10 years. Yeah. Hopefully, with the people who love me are still here. I should have probably looked it up. If I miss it, tell me if I miss it, cause I'm actually really bad at going through like stuff like this. My eyes are not good enough to like catch stuff popping out immediately. I feel like we're close for some reason. Didn't I do this toward the end of last year? Come on, dog. I'm gonna have to just look it up on my channel. Keep it simple. Oh wait, no, wait. Isn't it? No, that's not it. I saw Naya's Bizarre Adventure. Mangaka. Oh, this was 2 years ago. I'm sorry. I my timeline be messed up, but I'll drop it in I'll drop it in chat. We have to look at the chat again, but yeah, this is it. It was damn. Look at I have a terrible concept and grasp of time. The weight of time has truly caused me to not really, I don't even look at time linearly no more, like I'm beyond time at this point. You know what I'm saying? I've been traveling through time with Rand and Maruna. But yeah, enjoy. I hope you like it. I don't remember what I said though. I don't remember what I said, but that's my boy. That's my guy. That's my daddy, huh? Huh? By the way, did you get a chance to watch Storm Riders? It's actually funny because they brought up Link Click the other day. I'm like, what's that? I'm like, oh, I've screenshotted it. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm set to watch it on Saturday. I'm going to my boy's house who I always watch my shit with. We're watching it on Saturday, and we're gonna watch Link. What the fuck is it? I'm butchering it. What's it called? No, it'd be in my favorites. Right? It'd be here, right? What did I do with that? That's crazy. But yeah, whatever. But yeah. Yeah. Oh, Link Click. There we go. Yeah. So I'm excited for that. Y'all know I love my Danhua. My ding, or as Simi calls it, dingy. Like look at he. He played 2 pixel and then he played dingy. That's what he do. You know what I'm saying? He saw what is damn. Oh no. Never mind then. This whole time I was stalling for Thing. He had a wrestling show. He busy. He not streaming for y'all. But yeah, so we'll continue with the lists and having fun with these. They've been enjoyable. I am a little bit tired of like hurting my own feelings, like having to leave certain stuff out these lists. I think next year when I do this, I'm gonna make the numbers bigger. I'm gonna add more people in them, but those streams are gonna be like 10 hours. So I hope y'all are ready. Because I'm telling you already, and the last 2 streams of this month, I would be shocked if it's not minimum 6 hours because it's top 30 and I have at least 4 people with me. And me, Simi, and Glam took 6 hours just to do top 30 video games. Granted, Simi was rambling and he had like 70 honorable mentions per genre. I said one honorable mention, bitch. So I hope y'all ready for a Brago type stream. Like go to sleep, wake up, and I'm still awake. Because that's what happened. Katan went to sleep. He woke up and I was still going. I'm like, I did not plan for this stream to be that long because that took a lot out of me. So yeah, that should be fun. I think I'm. I think at this point, I kind of prefer live streaming more than I prefer like sitting down and editing videos and stuff like that. Like I still like making my videos, but like with YouTube TOS, Webtoon TOS and stuff, like it's getting harder to be super creative. But I've been working on it. I think the last video I made when I cooked yam and stuff was pretty good. So I'm gonna get back in my editing bag. But obviously now I have like 80 channels to run, so it's just been a little hectic. But I'm excited for that. So that all being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I already streamed earlier. If you haven't watched my Kizaru versus Luffy stream, it's on my archive channel, and it's also there on Twitch still. If you want to check the VOD out, see what I had to think or say about the chapter. I spoke about the chapter, I'd say, for about 45 minutes, and then I did the thing where we just talked about any and all things. So yeah, we'll be here for the Huns and Swords. Yep, it's gonna be fun. Guns and Swords. It's gonna be fun. Hold on to your butts. It's gonna be good. Okay, I want us to hit an hour, so I'm gonna play my other intro for like 15 seconds. Y'all be safe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Big in Tokyo.